Thank y'all for helping me complete this class assignment. I want to talk to y'all about my dog Dip. Dip was the best dog that anyone can have. I raised him from the time he was 6 weeks old. He was raised to be a show dog. Dip was trained by a neighbor. He was an animal trainer. I was looking for a Shih Tzu at the time when I found Dip. Dip was a Boston Terrier. He stumbled his way into my hands. The guy at the shelter tried to sell me a German Shepherd, but Dip warmed my heart just seeing him stumble across the floor. The little thing was so beautiful to me, but the shelter said many people had passed him by because he was so small. I don't know how many people had passed Dip by that day, but I knew that I would be the last person that would pass him by. It didn't even take me a second to make my decision. But the next day, something happened. Dip became sick. He wouldn't eat, shaking really bad. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. I took him to the veterinarian, and they told me he had a bacterial infection. I was so deeply hurt, I had already introduced Dip to my son, and my son had already fell in love with the puppy. I told the veterinarian to do whatever they could to save him. They said if he would live a week, he'd probably grow old to be an adult puppy, but he would need a lot of special attention. I bought lots of pills for Dip and took all kinds of medicines. We spent numerous hours every month at the veterinarian. Fortunately, Dip pulled through. He lived to grow old and had puppies of his own. He was a loyal dog, always ready to learn new tricks. I often took him to the park to see him perform for many people. Many people came to see Dip perform, and they really enjoyed how he did his little tricks. It made me forget that he was ever a sick puppy. He was so much fun and so enjoyable. When the neighbors met him, when we got back home from the park, they would always ask, how did it go? Dip always won hearts. He would walk us to the bus stop every morning with me and my son. Whenever my son went, Dip was there like a little shadow. He barked at everyone that came near him. It really made me feel good, knowing that Dip was a great protector and that he was always keeping my son safe. He would also bark at everyone that came to the door until I gave their approval to see who they were, and he would kind of walk away from them. Dip was so obedient, I didn't have to walk him on a leash. Wherever we went, he stayed close to me. Dip would jump into the windshield of my truck when we was going down the highway just to watch the traffic as we was passing by. Whenever we pulled back up at the house, he would be the first one out the door. Dip was a very loyal puppy. I can't say enough about my dog Dip. Everyone talked about Dip as if he had touched them in some way. I was so glad he found his way into my hands. He was a very good companion for me and my family. Dip lived to see my son graduate. During his last days, I could tell there was something wrong. He started shaking again, became really nervous looking. I took him to the vet, and they told me that the stomach virus that he had when he was a puppy had came back to him again. But this time, it claimed it spread to his brain, and he passed. The bad news is we lost our little friend, and Dip went on to his next life. So I just wanted to thank you all for coming out to say goodbye, help me say goodbye to my puppy. As you can see, this is his picture in front. He's in the box. I thought it was only fitting that we take him out back and have his last goodbye here at home where he spent his 15 years. Thank you all. I can't say enough about my puppy Dip. Thank you all.